Hi and welcome back to Normski TV, doing a preview for the game against Brighton tomorrow. Kick-off time I think is 8 o'clock. I might be wrong, somebody can correct me in the comments. But yeah, we've got a game against Brighton, and we're just coming off a fantastic win against Chelsea, winning 3-1 at home. A must win that was. It was an absolutely must win. And for me, the team, we did our player ratings the other day, and I thought we gave a fair reflection in terms of what we thought of the players. And this is good for Arsenal going into this game, because we really do need to sort of push on from here and to try and get up the league table. Brighton drew against West Ham. They were actually leading at one point, and I can't remember who the player was, scored in the 83rd minute to make it 2-2, and they only leave the London Stadium with just a point. In terms of their form, it's not been that brilliant. We're slightly better. They've had quite a few draws, but they have not won a game for a while now in the last 6 or 7 games. Had a few draws, a number of losses, and ourselves, as I said, we've just come off the back of a win against Chelsea. Didn't think that was coming, but the team that played in that game, the likes of Smith Rowe, Martinelli, Saka, Kieran Tierney, these were the players that really showed what Arsenal were all about in terms of the youthful, exuberant, and the speed of attack and the closing down. And I think that also helped the likes of the senior players like Lacazette, to sort of say, well, if these guys are doing it, I need to be doing this. And generally, the whole team played really well. And tomorrow is a massive game. And, obviously I'm going to be looking at what I would like in terms of my predicted lineup. I may even go with a predicted lineup of what Arteta's going to put out there. It's probably going to be a lot different to what I'm going to want to see on the pitch tomorrow. Now, Brighton is a bit of a bogey ground for us. We've not won there in quite a while. I don't remember, I think from the 80s, going back to as far as the 80s, we've not done brilliantly there at all. And then when we look at our last 2 games, the 2019 season, we lost 2-1 at home to them. In November, and then when the Premier League resumed back in June, we lost a Mopé last minute header, and that was all the problems with Guendouzi, grabbing him by the throat, and it was just a mess, and we lose that game 2-1. So in terms of our form against them, it's not very good, but we can take positives from the game against Chelsea. And I think we really do need to go with a team, that same team. Yes, there may be 1 or 2 changes what I will probably put in there, just to maybe, I don't know, because there's a lot of games coming thick and fast. It is the Christmas period, and we don't really want to, overplay our players and make them, get unnecessary injuries. They're going to obviously need to recruit. We've had a slightly longer recruit time. Because Brighton obviously played on Sunday, and now we've had an extra 24 hours because we played on a Saturday. As I say, it's not going to be easy. Brighton have got some good players. Fortunate for us, Lamptey, who apparently we're linked with in the January, maybe summer transfer window. We're linked with him because there's talk that Bellerin could possibly be going to Barcelona. I hope that is the case. Lamptey, from what I've seen of him, is a very brilliant right back. I love the speed at which he goes down those wings. And can you imagine him whipping in balls, from the cross, and he can beat a player. He might be small, but I'll tell you what, he's strong and he's fast. So we'll just have to wait and see. We're 4 points clear of Brighton at the moment. We're sitting obviously in 15th and they're in 16th. So, tomorrow we must go there with a positive mindset. will we? I mean, the manager has got Brighton playing this nice fluid football. I don't know whether they're going to allow us to have the ball and we have to, break them down. That might be the case. But I feel that we will have the players to do that if we start with the likes of Martinelli, if we start with Smith Rowe, if we start with Saka up there, because what I see is that they've got very good close control. They know how to link together. They know how to play those 1-2 passes and that. So I think, for me, if we can get them staying in the team for tomorrow, that would be absolutely great. But I know Arteta's probably going to look at it and think, you know what, we need to probably just rotate the side and that. Now, for me, maybe leave that rotation come the West Brom game. I think we've got the momentum. They've had, an extra day to rest. And I'm sure Arteta was going to get them out. Hopefully he hasn't got them out on the training field. Just get them to go home, recuperate, and then go again for the Brighton game. We need a win. We need a massive win. We can't play the way we played against Chelsea and then go down there and lose a game. I mean, that just wouldn't be the one. And for me, if, say, there was a predicted lineup, all right, maybe, I know Lacazette scored a goal against Chelsea from a penalty. And yes, he worked hard. He worked his socks off. Aubameyang was on the bench. I don't know whether that's just it was false, because obviously he was sort of carrying an injury, and so probably the best solution was to just keep him on the bench just in case if we had gone pear-shaped on the game against Chelsea. So I mean, in terms of what I would probably like to see is more or less the same side going out. The only change, you might disagree with me. The only change I would probably have is to have Aubameyang playing down the middle. So, if in terms of back four, I think we'll go with a 4-2-3-1 formation. We'll go with Bellerin at the right back, Holding and Pablo Mari, because they had an half decent game. Obviously, Leno in goal. Go with Tierney as the left back, and then in the two in the front. I think, look, El Nene, we need legs in there, but I think he was probably going to go more with Xhaka, because the thing about Xhaka, he can spray those balls really well towards like the wingers and that. So he's good at spraying those balls around. Do I keep El Nene in, or do we bring Ceballos in? I mean, watching that game, these players, the senior players, need to be inspired by what they saw on the pitch against Chelsea. And maybe we could probably try Ceballos in that game. I know it's away from home. Is Ceballos and Xhaka going to be enough? Because obviously we need to win the midfield battle. I know we've got the players up the front like Martinelli, who's going to bring a lot of energy, Saka and Smith Rowe. So I would probably go with Ceballos in this game alongside Xhaka. On the right-hand side, go with Saka, Smith Rowe in the hole again, Martinelli on the left, and Aubameyang down the middle. Lacazette, think obviously playing 2 back-to-back games, obviously, would be nice to sort of, if anything happens, bring him on. And they've got that option of bringing him on. If Martinelli tires a bit, then we could probably push Aubameyang out to the left and bring Lacazette down the middle. I wouldn't be looking at the likes of starting Nketiah or, Willock or none of the guys. They will obviously be on the bench. That's what I would like to see happen. And to be honest, I mean, Mikel Arteta, what he may do is and I'm worried about this, that he may probably bring Aubameyang back in, play him on the left, and then play Lacazette down the middle. That's what I think he may do, and that would be a shame, because we do need energy in that side, and I think Martinelli does bring that energy. I think he will probably stick with the same back four. He may go with Xhaka and El Nene in that midfield, and as I said, Saka, he'll probably put Saka on the right. He'll probably put Aubameyang on the left. He may keep Smith Rowe in there. And then play Lacazette down the middle. So that's probably what he would probably do with the side tomorrow. But all I want is for us to go to Brighton and to impose our game on them. The way you played against Chelsea, getting that ball from back to front at pace, there was less touches. When the ball came out from Leno to the likes of Maria and Holding, that ball was progressed further and faster up the field. And that's what we need to do. Get that, get Sabalas picking up the ball from deep and progressing it. No dilly-dallying on the ball, no spinning on the ball. Turn, find your player, give it to the likes of Martinelli, give it to the likes of Saka, Smith Rowe, so they can create for Aubameyang. That's what we need to do come tomorrow. It's not going to be an easy game. As I said, the Amex Stadium, Brighton, they are a bogey club. We have not done well with them. The last time we beat them was back in the 2017 season when we beat them. I think it was when they were last in the league that time. We beat them 2-0. And I can't remember who scored the goals. I think it was Monreal. Can't remember who the other person was. Again, somebody just put it in the comments and let me know. I think it was Monreal and someone else. I can't remember. But we have to. Oh no, it was a Iwobi. I think it was a Iwobi. I think it was a Iwobi that scored in that game. So that was the last time we beat them 2-0. So tomorrow, massive game. After that we got West Brom away. That's not going to be easy either. Sam Allardyce is going to have his team set up to just sit 10 men behind the ball and we have to break them down. Now, yes, there's probably going to be some changes, but we got to make sure that we are able to break down this team. We need people up there that's going to have legs, people that can have good control, good ball control, and to be able to play those little intricate 1-2s to break down the likes of West Brom. Brighton, I don't know. As I said, their manager have got them set up quite well, even though they haven't won a game for a long time and they haven't won at home in this calendar season. Right, the last time they beat somebody at their ground was us, and that was in June of 2020, and we lost that game, as I said, 2-1. So we need to go into this game with positiveness. Aubameyang, if you play tomorrow, come on, man. Get those goals. Start finding your confidence again. Yeah. And I think that there is a bit of confidence now coming back into the team. But let's not go into this, going into this game thinking, oh, it's only Brighton. They are a very good side. They are due a win. And like always, Arsenal, Santa Claus, we keep giving and we keep gifting. We cannot afford to. We've got to be Mr. Scrooge tomorrow. Yeah, we're not giving them no chances. We come up, we impose our game on them, and we go there and we deal with them. I'm going for a score prediction. My score prediction for tomorrow, I'm going with a positive... I'm going with a positive 3-1. Please don't make me eat my words. Positive 3-1. That's what I'm going with tomorrow. Score sheet, Saka to score, Aubameyang, and I see another bullet goal from Xhaka. All right, that's what I'm going to go with. But 3-1. That's what I'm going to go with tomorrow. I hope that we can do this. Obviously, just slightly change the subject a bit. Obviously, there's a lot of stuff going around now with regards to obviously Gabriel was going to miss the game the next 2 or 3 games. He's supposedly tested positive now with the COVID. I know he's in self-isolation because he had been around somebody that had tested it, but I'm hearing that he's tested positive. Not only that, Man City now, the Man City game, Everton was meant to be played today, and unfortunately that's now been postponed because 5 or 6 players are now have caught the COVID and it's spreading. Now this variant is obviously more contagious than the first one, and so we only played Man City the other day. So I don't know what the situation is. And if this thing is spreading through the Man City camp, who knows? We've been in contact with them. We don't want to see another situation where it's another total lockdown. I'm hearing that London is possibly going to be going into tier 5. So there's a lot of things to sort of kind of be mulling over. And I hope that, we don't have another situation where football is completely locked down and we don't, see any games for a while. And can you imagine if, everything starts to sort of build up in terms of the amount of games that will be postponed. It's going to be very difficult to try and actually get the games, schedule the games, for, coming like for the FA Cup, for the Carabao Cup, whatever it is. It's going to be quite difficult, and that can impact on the Premier League season. The Europa, the Champions League, and so on and so on. So it's going to be. I'm hoping that that's not the case, and that it won't affect the football. But we just have to just wait and see. But look, tomorrow is a big one, and I don't want to see him bringing in anybody outside of the team that played against Chelsea. Because what I did notice is when the likes of Willock came back on and Pepe, it was almost like we went back to the old Arsenal. What we're seeing from this team now, especially if those youngsters, they want to play for the badge. And, I just hope Arteta, as I said, doesn't look at this as an experiment, a one-off experiment, and starts to revert back to type. He will look at this and say, right, these players want to play. They have a point to make. Let them have that chance to get out there and prove it. Not only that, prove it to the senior players so that they can now look at this and think, well, you know what, we need to pull our socks up now, because we've gone far too long without winning a game. Our attitude, our mental attitude needs to change for this game coming up tomorrow. Now, let's go to Brighton tomorrow. Let's get those 3 points, and that come the review or the review and player ratings. I'll have a massive happy smile on my face. I don't want this to be a one-off situation. We need to go there and take the 3 points. Listen, please like, subscribe, share, and again, thank you guys for subscribing. Please share it around to your friends and just look out for more content. Listen, take care. See you next time.